This is Zlatan Ibrahimović, one of the most iconic football players of all time. Today we are going to be replaying his career from where he started at Malmo. Can we win him more trophies and maybe the Ballon d'Or, or will he be a flop? So of course here we are starting season 1. Zlatan is back at Malmo, coming in at 28 years of age and 91 overall. What can we do with Zlatan? The first game of the season started very well, of course, for Zlatan in typical ways. Starting off with a nice little ball through, and Zlatan every day of the week is going to be finishing that, of course, making it 1-0 in the 68th minute before making it a brace with a nice ball over the top and a nice little finish again past the keeper, making it 2-0 just a minute later before, of course, he would go on to get himself a hat-trick as he does deliver it past the keeper yet again, making it 3-0 here for Malmo in what has been a terrific start for Zlatan Ibrahimović, as we do go on to win the game at 3-0, and of course he does pick up the match ball. 6 games into the season and Malmo are joint top on 16 points, and we are straight away into a final of a cup here in Sweden as we come up against Gothenburg, and what a start it has been for him. 14 games played, 11 goals and 2 assists. Moving on though, and we are already in our first final with Zlatan, and it was yet another typical day out for Zlatan with an unbelievable volley into the back corner, starting off very strong in the 3rd minute, making it 1-0 before later on we would grab ourselves a penalty where Zlatan would step up, and of course no doubt it was put into the back of the net, making it 2-0, where we would go on to win the game at 2-0 as we pick up our first trophy with Zlatan Ibrahimović. Halfway through the season now, and Malmo have took the lead by 3 points, and Zlatan just keeps delivering. 21 games played, 18 goals and 3 assists. Finishing the first season, and Malmo have gone on to win the league, which of course means another trophy for Zlatan Ibrahimović, bringing the total to 2 after just his first season. And what an unbelievable season it has been for him. 43 games played, 38 goals and 6 assists. Surely we are going to get some attention from some sort of European team, and we get that attention from the Premier League as we do get an offer from Everton. So halfway through the first season, and Zlatan is getting a first big move for him as he moves to the Premier League, signing for Everton, and it looks like we have got a little bit of a job to do here for Everton as they are currently sat in 14th place. We need to somehow save them from relegation here by the looks of it. We are still in the FA Cup though, however we did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup. Moving into our first game in the Premier League though, as we do come up against Nottingham Forest, and Zlatan almost started in Zlatan ways by almost scoring an unbelievable scorpion kick. It was not meant to be though, however he would get on the score sheet, scoring a penalty here, making it 1-0 in the 79th minute as we would go on to win our first game in the Premier League at 1-0. The end of January now, Zlatan has been here a month and we are now up into 10th place, smashing the points out somehow, and it has arguably been all down to Zlatan. 7 games played, 6 goals and 1 assist. Moving on into FA Cup action now, as we did go on to beat Manchester United 2-1, beating Burnley 3-0 as we would get knocked out to Newcastle, losing 2-0. Finishing the first Premier League season for Zlatan, and we have managed to finish in 12th place, and it has been a very good start to life in the Premier League for Zlatan. 24 games played, 15 goals and 3 assists, which of course has got us called up for the Sweden national team for the World Cup. Starting off the group stage, and we do get a 2-2 draw up against Qatar. The second game we smashed Hungary 3-1, and the third game we would get another 2-2 draw, this time against England. Into the knockout stages now, and we had some unbelievable fixtures. The first off starting with France, as we did go on to beat them on penalties 4-3. We also drew Spain, where yet again we beat them 4-3. The semi-final would see us face Portugal, and yet again we got through on penalties, which meant that Sweden got into the final of the World Cup, and it was up against Italy. And no wonder they managed to get there, their team looks pretty good. It is arguably the biggest game of Zlatan's career, not only in this video, but in his whole career in general. Sweden starting off on the front foot here. Bergvall sees Elanga out wide. Elanga whips it into Zlatan, and Zlatan with an overhead kick in just the 10th minute. Zlatan makes it 1-0, and what an unbelievable goal that was, and what an unbelievable goal that could be. Italy on the attack here with Moise Kean. Moise Kean trying to do something here. Back to Barea. They are getting inside. We don't like that, but it's good defending. Italy on the attack yet again. They are trying to get some pressure on here. Sweden trying to fight back though. Moise Kean, a lot of space has opened at the back. Goes to goal. No perfection. Moise Kean going forward. He's got loads of space up his wing. Trying my best to defend it. This is not looking good. They get inside, but it's a good save. Zlatan has got the ball, 1-on-1, and oh my word, he's just completely skinned his man, and Zlatan is through in the 57th minute. What an unbelievable goal for Zlatan. What on earth was that celebration? I don't know, but what a goal. Italy still trying their best here to get through for Tazy. Orsolini got it through yet again. It's a nice bit of play, a lovely bit of play into Keane.
Oh, no.
What an unbelievable awful save that was from the keeper, as it is game back on at 2-1. Zlatan trying to get past the defender. Yet again, Zlatan has managed to get through. Oh, and he just misses this time. Got 20 minutes to hold on, but Italy are on the attack. Yet again, that's a nice ball. It's through yet again. Retegui is offside. Yeah, he is offside. We've got a couple minutes left. Zlatan on the attack. Gets pushed off the ball, but that is fine. 2 minutes added time with Italy now coming on the attack. I don't know what the liner is doing. He's just walking on the pitch. He is distracting us. Sweden need to just defend this, and that has gone wide, and that is game over. Sweden have managed to win the World Cup, beating Italy 2-1 thanks to an unbelievable goal from Zlatan. I mean, 2 unbelievable goals from Zlatan, and he has done the impossible, lifting the World Cup with Sweden. What an unbelievable story. Starting straight into season 2, and we are going to be staying at Everton for the season. 4 games into the season, and Everton are currently sat in 8th place, and it has actually not been a good start for Zlatan at all. 8 games played, no goals, and just 1 assist. Halfway through the season now, and Everton are still sat in 8th place. Still in the FA Cup, where we do come up against Man City. However, we did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup, losing to West Brom. Zlatan though has finally found his feet. 24 games played, 11 goals and 4 assists. Moving into the FA Cup, and unfortunately we did get absolutely obliterated by Manchester City. Finishing the season, and Everton have managed to finish in 10th place on 55 points, and Zlatan did the absolute most that he could do, coming in now 30 years of age, 92 overall, 44 games played, 32 goals and 7 assists. Also managing to grab the golden boot in the Premier League on 32 goals, and that has caught the attention of a familiar club, as Barcelona have come calling. So of course season 3 starts off with Zlatan Ibrahimović getting a huge move to FC Barcelona, and kickstarting our first game we did come up against Mallorca, and there was just 1 goal in it, and of course it came from Zlatan from the penalty spot, making it 1-0, as we would go on to win our first game with Barcelona 1-0. 4 games into the season, and Barcelona currently sat in 2nd place, and it has been a great start for Zlatan. 6 games played, 5 goals. Halfway through the season, and Barcelona are currently sat still in 2nd place behind Atletico Madrid. We are still in the Copa de España as we come up against Athletic Bilbao, and we are still in the Super Cup where we face Valencia. The Champions League is also going pretty good, as we are sat in 7th place. And it's been a great first half of the season for Zlatan. 26 games played, 19 goals and 1 assist. Moving into the Super Cup now, where of course we do face Valencia, and we do obliterate them 3-0, which of course puts us into the final up against Real Madrid. And yet again there was just 1 goal in it, and it was again a penalty from Zlatan into the bottom corner, making it 1-0 in just the 4th minute. But that would be all she wrote, as we would go on to win the title, as of course we do pick up another trophy with Zlatan Ibrahimović. Another cup run here, and it was the Copa de España up against Athletic Bilbao, where we did manage to get past them, beating them 4-3. Also beating Getafe 1-0 before we would get knocked out in the semi-finals, losing 4-2 on aggregate to Atletico Madrid. Into the Champions League though, where we did manage to get into the final, managing to beat Real Madrid. Borussia Dortmund Dortmund and Manchester City, getting us into the final up against Atletico Madrid. It is another huge game for Zlatan. Can we do something else that he did not do in his real career? Atletico Madrid on the attack here. Christian Pulisic up this wing. He has got a Cucurella on his back though, and he does. Zlatan here to Firmin. Has got runners in Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has got Zlatan inside to Zlatan. Great touch, and what a finish that is from Ibrahimović. A nice little link up with Lamine Yamal as we make it 1-0. Atletico Madrid on the attack yet again. I thought that was an awful pass, but it wasn't in the end. It's Larson, goes for goal. It's defended nice, but we have lost it here. That is not good from Koundé. Inside again, and the keeper's got it. No, this is not good from Atletico Madrid. They are just all attack at the minute. They're a great team as they are through. Hopefully they can't get it inside. They do get it back though to Gallagher. Just passing around the box. Inside, this ain't what we want. That's a great bit of play, but it's a great save. Larson has got loads of space on the edge of the box. Goes for goal. It's another good save. Nice work there from Koundé to get that ball back. Lamine Yamal passes to Gavi, to De Jong. He sees Yamal making a lovely ball over the top. Perfect. And what a goal that was. A nice bit of play and an unbelievable finish from Lamine Yamal. Makes it 2-0. Atletico Madrid on the attack, desperately trying to get back into this game. Pulisic gets it back inside to Larson, goes for goal. It's another good save. Lamine Yamal has got another nice ball over the top here to Zlatan. He tries to get it back. Zlatan goes for goal, and there we go. That is surely game over in the 91st minute. There's no way back for Atletico Madrid, and there we go. The game is over, and we have done the impossible yet again with Zlatan Ibrahimović, as we have managed to win the Champions League. And that of course means yet another trophy for Zlatan Ibrahimović. Unfortunately, we did miss out on the league, losing to Atletico Madrid, but we did get a revenge in the Champions League. And what a season it has been for Zlatan, now coming in at 31 years of age, 61 games played, 38 goals and 6 assists. We have definitely done him a favour here, managing to win the World Cup with Sweden, which is unbelievable, and of course doing the impossible for Zlatan by winning the Champions League.